This is both obviously, an incredibly ambitious, epic road movie, amongst other things, but it's also incredibly intimate, or it leans on, it's built on these intimacies. And I just wondered if that was ever at all a conflict for you in building this.
Well, in the concept from the beginning, it was going to be an epic journey in the world, followed by another epic journey into the interior. So it was an intimate journey following a pretty breathless one in the world. That was a great ringtone.
You get to learn all the ringtones available. Yeah.
So the intimacy is really only when the road movie as such has ended. And before, sometimes there are some private moments, but it all continues so breathlessly, and everybody's trying to follow everybody else. So it only comes to grinding more of them when they make it all alive into father stupid.
And then in a way, these intimate moments are unleashed, they're made public, they're made available for consumption, which is perhaps the end of everything.
In a strange way, that's what happened, right? And when we all share these intimate moments today, we all look at screens all day long, and we still can't see our dreams, but we're getting close. And we at least share them all the time in the social media, which we didn't foresee, but then again, almost.
Well, it almost, your film still has optimism, where there's almost a chance that we will stop dreaming because we're sharing too much all the time.
Recently.
That's my apocalyptic, yeah.
Well, the film does have a certain apocalyptic feeling about it. And the subject really from the beginning was, when I first dreamt of it, was where is this visual culture taking us? Where can it possibly go? And the apocalyptic vision of it was really that you can actually expose the interior of our souls to cameras, and the voice of the writer then says it. And can you imagine the writer doesn't even appear in the Reader's Digest? I mean, the entire narration is not there, and the character is a little side character, and Eugene, of course, is now very important. And when he says, well, in the beginning was the Word, and in the end, that's really what the film is supposed to be all about, and he's finally saying it. I don't know if he should have said it, but now he said it.
Let's open it up to questions. I'm sure you're hungry to do that. Yes.
Hi, Vim.
There's a mic coming.
Hi, Vim. How did you choose the music for this? Because it's one of the most spectacular soundtracks I've heard in a long time. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's an open room. Because the soundtrack was so successful, if only half the people who bought the CD would sing the movie. The idea of the soundtrack came together with the idea of the film, and I figured I couldn't make a science fiction film using the music of 1990, and I wanted to have a lot of rock and roll in it, but it felt like if I put the music that existed when I made the film into the film, that would be phony. So I wrote a letter to all my favorite bands, 20 letters, asking each of them if they could consider transporting themselves into the year 2000, so 10 years ahead, and trying to come up with a song they might play in 10 years. And I thought if I'm lucky, maybe a handful would say yes in the 60s. So
wow.
They're not all in it, and that was the song.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was overwhelming. And that was one of the reasons I felt I had to do the long version. Because to do justice to all this music, and they showed them some of it appear for 10 seconds, and it felt like a sin. So now you've heard them all, each and every one of them, and there's some goddamn good music in the audience.
Yes.
Some of it never appeared. The Peter Gabriel song is one of my favorites, and with those lyrics, the song itself he used with a different title and different lyrics, but this was the original text. The Blood of Eden. Or the Robbie Robertson song at the end. I mean, there's a lot of really fantastic music. And it was like Christmas every 2 weeks when I got to get another tape. Still have all the original tapes. So,
Next, yeah, we'll go right there.
This time around.
I think I speak for a lot. It's just a lot of gratitude for you sharing this film with us in this form. I saw the truncated version so many years ago. And I picked up a book of yours. I guess this came out in 2001. They put 3 of your books together, Favorite and Favorite. And I was going to ask you, you said each film starts with a wish, but it's in the book. You said this film, The Wish, was the love story. So I wanted to ask a specific question. Is the Japanese scene, the herbs and the healing, the eyes. Do you want to talk about that? I never saw that in the truncated version. I didn't know if there were, you know, your emotions of that particular going to Japan and filming that, because it was really powerful. It just seemed a piece of its own. So thank you.
Well, the time I spent in this traditional Japanese ryokan and the time of healing, you see, I can't even answer the question whether that was in the real science, just because I completely blocked that out of my mind. Probably part of it was in there because I think we needed the healing of the eyes. And the scene, the entire scene, was written and came for one single reason. I wanted to have a real good part for the Yoshishu, who plays the old herb garden owner, and who is being in every but one ozu. There's one day he doesn't wait, he was sick apparently. And he's in each and every one, and he was still alive, and I really wanted this man to be in the film, and the only way I figured in the story was if he was the eye doctor, and I would invented this rather utopian herbal healer. And he was wonderful to work with. He was old, he was in his late 80s. And also, Miyake-san, the Japanese lady, played in most of his